Hey, it's RobotnikIsSexy, and this is a match that I had, last night, morning, like at, I don't know, 1:30 in the morning, I think, and it's actually, I've fought this guy before, it's Breaks. He contacted me in Pokemon : the Ultimate League, or group, or, yeah, I think it's League. And we fought NU before. I'll have to look it up. I do believe I uploaded it. Every time I fight this guy, we have a good match. So as you can see, he's got the Gardevoir, who's threatening. He's got Basculin and Combuskin, who are really, really offensive duo. I'm really fearing his potential Armaldo lead, because if it has Rapid Spin, he could just, like, totally foil Garbodor's life, because, yeah, Garbodor sets up and dies, and he could force me to not set up at all if he leads with Armaldo, so that's what I'm worried about. Everybody else, I'm not so worried about. Gardevoir is a very offensive threat in NU, so I'm kind of worried about that. Not really worried about Weezing at all, or Shuckle. I mean, Shuckle is kind of a joke. I mean, he's good in the Sandstorm, but since this is NU, weather is not going to be seen very often, unless, I don't know, I've heard there are a lot of damp rock, drizzle, or not drizzle, actual rain dance teams. But anyway, let's get to the match. I am, of course, going to lead with Garbodor the Barfy, or strike that, reverse it, Barfy the Garbodor. He's going to lead with Basculin, and he's got that adaptability, and he also has a Life Orb. And I'm really surprised that didn't take me to my Sash. Because, yeah, adaptability plus Life Orb is, like, kind of overkill. I'm going to use Toxic Spikes here, and then I'm going to think for a good long time about what to do. And I was talking with a group of people on Skype about what to do next, and the mic was turned on in our battle so he could hear everything I was talking about. So, yeah, I was talking about whether or not to set up another layer or to explode. He does have two things that could take an explosion, actually three things that could take an explosion quite well. So, eventually I decide that I do not want to explode, and I want to set up a layer of normal spikes, but it all doesn't matter anyway, because he's got that Aqua Jet, which is highly threatening, because adaptability plus Life Orb plus Stab, and that Aqua Jet will probably one-hit KO Swellow, which is a big deal. Swellow can't take hits. Neutral hits do almost all its life. I mean, it's really good at what it does, but it's really bad at taking hits. So after talking and thinking and considering my options, I go out into Party Dude. Curiously, he goes for the Crunch. Waterfall would have done probably double that, or close to, with adaptability and Stab and everything. And I'm going to Shell Smash up and go for the Rock Slide. And that is going to be a fainted Basculin. So, no shenanigans there, no Rock Slide missing, nothing weird, nothing bad, Basculin down. So that is very, very, very good. Now, Gardevoir is going to appear. I noticed that he doesn't have Trace, which is honestly really confusing. So straight away I have no idea what this guy is. I'm expecting a Thunderbolt or a Focus Blast. I'm hoping Rock Slide will either flinch or KO. It doesn't do either, and he goes for Trick Room, which is really weird. really, really weird. So because he used Trick Room, I'm like, well, that's weird. I'm gonna get out of here. And I'm going to switch into Miss Magius, who is bulky and has that Eviolite, and I totally am immune to any Focus Blast he might want to use, but he goes for Reflect, so I figure he's probably going to set up Light Screen and just die, which is fine. I also wanted to scout to see if he hit Shadow Ball, and he doesn't, so it's a very, very odd Gardevoir. I've heard of a dual screening Gardevoir set that has Memento, and it's like perfect for allowing some other Pokemon to set up, like, for example, Caracosta. I mean, if Caracosta gets 2 Shell Smashes off, it's basically over. I'm actually going to predict his Earthquake, but he goes for the Rapid Spin. And I could actually hear his voice over in the crappy little DS mic, and he said, "Oh shoot," and that made me laugh out loud. But yeah, I was definitely predicting an Earthquake because, you know, that would take out almost all my health. Armaldo has a great base attack. He's a great attacker. But that's one of the reasons I put Misdreavus on the team, is because I have an immunity to ground, and I can spin block, which I knew it could carry Rapid Spin, but I didn't think it would go for it straight away. So that really ends up working out for me. I'm going to curse that Armaldo. Because Light Screen is off, I'm not going to be able to kill him as quickly as I want. And that kind of sucks, but I don't care, because yeah, he's fainted now, and he is going to go into something. I believe, yes, he's going to go into Shokol, that weird little sock rock NBZ Pokemon, and I guess the Trick Room has faded by now. I believe it faded the turn he fainted or something like that. And I'm going to Pain Split, see what it does. He whips up a Sandstorm, so I'm like, well shit, I'm done. This is completely mad. There's a freaking worm rock monster in a Sandstorm, and its special defense is now like probably over 1,000 or something ridiculous. And now he's going to use Power Trick, in which he swaps his attack and defense, so now his attack is like, yeah, in the thousands. But it doesn't really matter because I have Sturdy, and I also get that Sandstorm special defensive boost. So either way, he's pretty much not going to do anything to me. This time I do predict the ground move correctly, and it is an Earth Power, I guess. Power Swap swaps out both defenses and both attack stats. Does make sense. Light Screen is going to wear out, and I'm going to kill myself with Curse. Which is really funny for me, not so funny for him. He's going to use Hidden Power. And, yeah, I don't know what that was. Possibly Ice, or something. I'm going to go into Birdemic here, the Swallow, and I am going to Troll Protect, because that is one of the things Birdemic does really well. I can get extra turns of Curse, extra turns of Poison. It is just beautiful. It's just oh, it just has really good synergy. That's one of the words I'm looking for. Really good synergy with the whole Toxic Spikes and the whole Hex and the whole Protect stalling and the whole being a big dick. And I think it's part of the reason why this team is probably the most effective team I've ever made. Because I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of whoring out an NU, And I don't feel bad because the NU Pokemon are so much cooler than the OU Pokemon, and you can quote me on that and take it to the bank and cash it off and buy some Pokemon cards and then cry in a corner because you wasted your money. He is going to stockpile. He's going to stockpile again. Like, I was really fearing the Thunderbolt here. I do have the Solid Rock, so I would probably live it anyway, even with the Neg 1 defense, because Party Dude is a man. But with now we're back at where we started. I'm going to crit his Weezing, which really didn't matter at all. It only mattered because it's really damn annoying to him. He's going to go into Combuskin, and I'm just going to blow it up with a Surf, obviously. He's going to Protect for some reason, and I'm going to Surf and not hit him because he's like hiding in the sky or underground or something, or he turned invisible, whatever. I don't know what Combuskins do. They're powerful chicken men. They're scary. I'm gonna take him out with a Surf. I'm still faster, and that is the end of the road for brakes. He has put on the brakes. His brakes were cut, so he can't put on the brakes, and he falls off a cliff and dies. But I kid. I had an incredibly fun match with brakes, and we're probably gonna play again soon. And I'll see you later, YouTube. Bye-bye.